Hello, students. I am Sir Glenn, your subject teacher. Welcome to General Mathematics, Grade 11.
Our fourth module is all about exponential functions. Ano nga bang ibig sabihin ng exponential function? So, malalaman natin yan under this module. The first lesson is all about representations of real-life situations using exponential functions. Let's do this activity first. Suppose we have a 2-meter string. At step 0, there is 1 string. At step 1, cut the string into 2 equal parts. How many strings do we have? Enter the answer in the table. At step 2, cut each string equally. How many strings do we have? Enter the answer in the table. Continue the process until step 7. We have the table. Doon sa unang step, step 0, initially we have how many strings? Isang string lang, 2-meter string. If hati natin siya into 2 equal parts, yun yung step 1, ang sagot ay 2. Sa step 2, kapag hatiin natin yung tigda-dalawang strings into 2 equal parts, 2 times 2 is 4. Step 3, kapag hatiin natin ng tigda-dalawang piraso yung 4 na strings, so 4 times 2 is 8. Sa pang-4 na step, hatiin natin ng tigda-dalawang piraso yung bawat isa sa 8 strings. 8 times 2 is 16. Same process, 16 times 2 is 32. 32 times 2 is 64. And 64 times 2 is 128. So we have questions here. What pattern can be observed? So definitely, as step increases by 1, the number of strings of string doubles. As you can see, nung step 0, nag-umpisa siya sa 1. Nadagdagan ng isang step. Yung step 1 na siya, na-double yung 1, naging 2. Nadagdagan ng isa yung step, naging step 2 na siya, na-double yung 2, which is 4, na-double si 4, naging 8, na-double si 8, naging 16, and so on and so forth. So as step increases by 1, the number of string doubles. Define a formula for the number of strings and as a function of step number S. So definitely, sa bawat input natin ng step, nadodoble yung number of strings. So therefore, the formula is n is equal to 2 raised to s. So if the step is 0, 2 raised to 0 is 1. Kapag yung step ay 1, 2 raised to 1 is 2. Kapag yung step ay 2, 2 squared is 4. Kapag yung step ay 3, 2 cubed is 8, and so on and so forth. So this is how exponential functions work. As x increases, the value of y also increases. At hindi lang siya ordinarily na increases, it increases exponentially, just like in this example. So let's define what is an exponential function. An exponential function is a function of the form f of x is equal to b raised to x, or y is equal to b raised to x, where b should be greater than 0 and b should not be equal to 1. Okay, so ang isang function ay matatawag na exponential function kapag una, mayroong panibagong variable which is y. Pangalawa, yung exponent, yung variable x ay nasa exponent. At pangatlo, dapat yung base laging greater than 0 at hindi siya pwedeng mag-equal kay 1. Okay, so bear those things in mind. All about exponential functions. Exponential functions occur in various real-life situations. It is a phenomenon that exists whenever a quantity grows or diminishes at a rate proportional to its present value. Such examples can be observed in businesses such as the compound interest, loans, and mortgages. It can also be used to describe population growth, radioactive decay, and in many other fields of study. So, ganito ka-useful si exponential function sa real life natin. So we have three different kinds of exponential functions or exponential models. The first one is the exponential growth and decay. Suppose a quantity y grows by the growth factor b every t units of time. If a is the initial amount, then the quantity y after small letter t units of time is given by y is equal to a times b raised to t all over t. So, itong formula na to applicable in both exponential growth and exponential decay. So, as long as you know how to identify what is a, what is b, what is the value of small letter t, and what is the value of capital letter T, all you have to do is to substitute those given information to this formula. The half-life of the substance is the time it takes for half of the substance to decay. So, ito naman yung ginagamit sa exponential decay. Mostly sa exponential decay, half-life. So, yung B, depende dyan doon sa term na bababasa natin. For example, if a bacteria grows or if a bacteria doubles in 3 hours, ganon, so yung value ni B ay 2 kasi nadodoble siya. Kapag half-life naman, ibig sabihin 1/2, ang value ni B ay 1/2. Example for exponential growth. Suppose that the bacteria doubles every 100 hours and there are 20 bacteria initially. Give an exponential model for the bacteria as a function t. How many bacteria are there after 400 hours? So our solution, yung given natin, yung A, which is the initial amount, ay 20. Yung value ni B, yung growth factor natin ay 2 kasi may term tayong nabasa dito na doubles. So nadodoble siya, the growth factor is 2. Yung after t units, we have the value of the small letter t is 400 hours. And then, yung value ng ating capital letter T ay si 100 kasi it doubles every 100 hours. So, our exponential model will be y is equal to 20 times 2 raised to t all over 100. So, if t is equal to 400, y is equal to we substitute 400 dito sa t, it will become 20 times 2 raised to 400 all over 100. So 400 divided by 100 is 4. Simplifying further, we get 2 raised to 4 is 16. 20 times 16 is 320. So therefore, there are 320 bacteria after 400 hours. Okay? Example for exponential decay. The half-life of a radioactive substance is 1,200 years. If the initial amount of substance is 300 grams, give an exponential model for the amount remaining after t years. What amount of substance remains after 1,000 years? Our solution, so let's identify the given. The given, initially, the value of initial or the initial amount is 300 grams. The value B, the growth factor, is 1/2 because of the word half-life. The value of T after T units of time, that is 1,000, and T is equal, capital letter T is equal to 1,200 years. The exponential model will be y is equal to 300 times the value of B, which is 1/2, raised to T all over 1,200. So, what amount of substance remains after 1,000 years? If T is equal to 100, then substituting small letter T, which is 1,000 here, we have 300 times 1/2 raised to 1,000 all over 1,200 is equal to 300 times 1/2 raised to 5 all over 6. So, kapag simplify ito, ang magiging result ay 5 all over 6. Simplifying further, we get 1/2 raised to 5 all over 6. We have 0.5612 31024. Kapag i-multiply yan kay 300, the result will be 168.369307, which is equivalent to, if we round this off to the nearest thousands, ang sagot ay 168.37 grams. Okay? As long as you know the formula and you know how to identify the value of A, B, small letter t, and capital letter T, madali lang para sa atin ito. Okay? At para sa inyo. Madali lang para sa inyo ito. The second exponential model, we have compound interest. If a principal P is invested at an annual rate R, compounded annually, then the amount after T years is given by A is equal to P times 1 plus R raised to T. Again, as long as you know the formula and as long as you know how to identify the value of P, the value of R, and the value of T, madali lang i-solve yung mga problem related sa exponential models. Specifically in this exponential model, compound interest. Example, determine the amount of money that will be accumulated if a principal of 10,000 pesos is invested at an annual rate of 5% compounded yearly for 10 years. So we have the solution. Identify the given. The value of the principal is 10,000 pesos. The rate is 5% or 0.05. The value of T, which stands for time, is 10 years. We find the amount in 10 years. So, using the formula A is equal to P times 1 plus R raised to T, we substitute the given information. P is 10,000, R is 0.05, and T is 10. So, simplifying this one, we have 1 plus 0.05 is 1.05. Raised to 10, we have 1.62, 88, 94, 63. If we multiply this kay 10,000, we have 16,288.9463. Or, if we round it off to the nearest thousands, we have 16,288.95 pesos. And the last but not the least, natural exponential function. The natural exponential function is the function f of x is equal to e raised to x. So basically, si e dyan, it is a constant term. It is a number actually. Ang equivalent niya ay 2.718. So bear that in mind. E, ang equivalent ni e ay 2.718 para siyang pi. Constant term siya, mayroon siyang equivalent. Example, the population of the Philippines can be approximated by the function p of x is equal to 20 million times e raised to 0.0251 times x. Yung value ng ating x ay in between 0 and 40, where x is the number of years since 1955. Use this model to approximate the Philippine population during the years of 1955, 1965, 1975, and 2005. Round of answers to the nearest thousand. Solution, for us to identify the value of x to be substituted here, we subtract these years doon sa ating initial year, which is 1955, since we are asked to identify the population of the Philippines since 1955. So given na si 1955, if x is 0, we multiply 0 here, this will become 0, and the number raised to 0 is 1. 1 times 20 million is 20 million. So if x is 10, paano nakuha si 10? 1965 minus 1955, that is equivalent to 10 years. If x is 10, so if we try to substitute 10 here, we use calculator, the answer will be 25,796,000. If x is 20, 1975 minus 1955 is 20. We have 33,040,000. If x is 50, then the population in 2005 is 70,156,000. Okay? So for the activities, do activity 2, part B on page 9. And this supplemental activity 1.1.1, tell whether each of the following statements describes an exponential growth or decay. Write e.g. if it is an exponential growth. Otherwise, write ed. Submission of all outputs will be on Friday.